Live broadcast. All right, and now I'm just gonna move it over here. And go over to here. Watch stream. All right, and we are live.
Last time on Dragon Ball Z, Ace and Jim had realized that the power had run out on their computer, and their computer died. Therefore, the stream ended abruptly.
You're welcome for keeping up my end of the deal, by the way. The yakety sax.
Oh yeah, I appreciate that you did that. I appreciate it. So now that we have the opportunity, I'm gonna go into the shop and make myself a little bit more powerful because I was getting my ass completely handed to me.
Yeah.
During that boss fight.
And for the record, I have my laptop charged in plugged in at the very moment, so there's no possible way that happens outside of act of God.
Don't tempt him.
Yeah, Jehovah just comes down from the heavens and smites my computer. Now that's godly intervention.
Boy, the Bible says not to tempt me.
Thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not tempt.
Yep. I mean, it's not a commandment, but it's under the section of advice.
Very strongly enforced advice.
Yeah, there's a lot of it. I mean, the Bible is filled with a lot of advice. I mean, we could talk about the Bible a little bit if you wanted to at some point, because there's a lot of cool stuff in the Bible, not just all the stuff that everyone knows about.
Exactly.
But, oh, geez. Now I immediately forgot the first thing I wanted to talk about was...
World War One.
Oh, yeah, World War One. World War One. There's a lot of weird stuff about that one. I just have so many questions. So the whole thing was started by one guy shooting another guy, right?
Yeah, killed the Archduke Ferdinand.
Right. Okay, but my question is, who cares?
Well, the thing is that the entire reason that's out is because this guy killed the Archduke Ferdinand, and then and because the Archduke Ferdinand was attacked, their partners got set up, and so because their partner was attacked, the partners of the shooter's partners came along, and it just became a never-ending conflict. It's essentially, oh, you killed my friend? I'm gonna call my friends to back me up. Oh yeah, well I'm gonna call my friends to back me up. Yeah, well I'm gonna call my friends to back me up, and then it just keeps escalating and escalating until the whole world is involved.
Yep, and then for some reason everybody blamed Germany when it was all over, even though they were the third country to enter the war.
Yeah, right. Blame Germany is to blame Canada at the time.
Yeah. Blame Germany. Blame Germany.
I just love the irony and the fact that the moral of the story of World War One is don't have allies or else they're all just going to call for help and cause a world war. And the moral of World War Two is actually maybe have some allies in order so that a brutal dictator doesn't take over. So the world wars contradict each other.
Yeah, it's all just crazy. But again, if we're being fair, I think Germany was kind of thrust into the position they were in. If we're being fair.
Well, yes, it wasn't very fair what we did to them.
Yeah, I mean, they were held responsible for the entire war.
Because I don't think they even killed the Archduke Ferdinand.
Yeah, they definitely didn't. I don't even think they knew who he was at the time.
What's funny is that even after the whole Hitler thing happened and we won World War II and all that jazz, it's just we still didn't call it the reparations. They didn't finish paying that shit back to 2005 or something.
Yep.
So it's yeah, that's okay. We admit it wasn't your fault for World War I, but you're still gonna pay us money. It's brah.
Yep.
You not learn that this is exactly what caused Hitler in the first place.
Well, yes, but you gotta understand, people in charge of a government want money.
Well, yes, I understand that, but it's one of those just maybe the fate of the... I'm expecting governments to care about human lives more than a dollar bill. How silly of me.
The soundtrack just cut in. It's it's so good. And I killed it.
Yeah. Oh god, you gotta do the entire wave over again? Ugh.
Yep. This is what hardcore mode. This is what hardcore mode is, dude. This is what it is. I wanted this.
Is this in normal?
No, not at all.
Yeah.
The the entire fight is significantly easier in normal mode.
Checkpoints, I assume.
What was that?
Checkpoints in between each fight.
Yep.
All right. Now, what are you saying about World War One?
Oh, I don't know. Actually, can we just talk about this for a second? You know what's funny about this guy right here, EJ?
Ooh.
He was actually like the guy I was just fighting right there.
Yes.
In Spark 2, he was actually like the Raditz of this whole group.
Oh God, so he's gonna be very annoying.
Yeah, very annoying and very pathetic.
Very annoying, very pathetic, and you wonder how the hell they made a franchise out of this.
I'm just gonna let him kill me.
Though it reminds me of one of my favorite Catechris jokes. It'd be like, the rabbits are very loud, very obnoxious, and keep trying to push their merch everywhere. Finally, a character for me!
Yep. Also, now back to World War One though. How did America even enter the war?
I don't
on what grounds did we enter?
I don't fully remember, but I think it involved. I'm pretty sure.
Apparently, it was like Germany attacked a supposedly civilian ship.
Yeah, I think that was
which they claimed was actually military.
Yeah.
Or they were delivering military supplies.
Yeah. I remember. I think it was a yellow something, but I know of the attack, but I don't remember all of the details.
Yeah, it's so dumb. Like what I don't know. That's like the one time you could argue that we were smarter than our ancestors. Because I don't think anyone from today's age would even consider going to war over something like that.
I don't know. I mean, freaking, not to get too critical now, but this one country decided to invade a smaller country, and America's like, hold on there, buddy. Like how does that involve us even in the slightest?
That's true. You got a point.
Damn it. You thought you were higher than you were.
Yeah, I think my controller has a little bit of lag right now for some reason.
Possibly. But yeah, it's clear that it's just like America wanted to get into this war Hold on, World War One. It just feels like feels like an actual world war though, because it's like it's utter chaos. There are no good guys, there are no bad guys. There's like utter chaos, and someone's just trying to come out of this alive.
Yep. I gotta say, probably my favorite joke ever about World War One is probably when Doctor Who was. When I don't know if you remember that.
I think I know what you're talking about.
He says, "Yes, from World War One." And he's like, "One."
Yeah.
Like, based on the uniform, yes, I understand, but what do you mean, one?
Oh. Never show him.
He's like, oh, sorry.
Never show him the Family Guy World War V one. I think his heart would stop.
Yes.
To be fair, I think that would be everyone's reaction. Be like, wait, what? Here we are in the Civil War One. How many of these are there?
Come on, man.
Here we welcome Captain America, the First Avenger. First of how many?
Oh yeah, that's a good point. Ah! Oh, come on. This guy's so hard.
It's the AoE effect. Do you have any like guns or something so you could stay far away? Is there any...
I do, but I need to recharge them by getting up close.
It's one of those.
Fortunately, I have infinite airtime.
Yeah, luckily.
I can't move while I'm doing it.
Just gotta parry at the right time. Ooh, nice. There's a reason that everyone goes. I mean, I understand why everyone goes to World War II, right? Because it's the only. Out of both of them, it feels like the only one with a plot, for lack of a better term.
Yeah, true. It felt like there was something going on there, but when World War I was just like, why the heck are you idiots fighting?
World War I is like walking in on a bar fight. It's like, what the hell is going on? I don't know, but I'm trying to win.
Yeah. kind of like McClintock. If you ever saw that movie,
I have not.
You know who John Wayne is?
Yes.
It was a new, like, not a newer John Wayne movie, but it's like one of the later John Wayne era movies. Mm-hmm. And there's just this one entire sequence where literally every single character just starts fighting one another for no reason.
We really wanted a fight scene, but we didn't know how to add to the plot to make sense. So we didn't.
And the best part is it's just hilarious too.
Yeah.
Like the whole thing is just gets more and more insane. You think it's going to be over at any point, but no, it just goes on for like 10 minutes of everyone just continually fighting one another and finding different ways to fight one another. Like one guy gets on a mule and picks up a ladder and just rams into a bunch of people.
Oh god, that sounds amazing.
All right, let's get some distance.
Ooh.
Oh, come on.
Careful, you're in the...
Oh, how did you hit me? I was in the air.
Yeah, but you were also in range.
Ah! Oh, come on.
There wasn't
Please,
even a warning. No. Damn it, Spark.
Oh my gosh, he's so close to death. Just die. Ooh. Just die, 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 die.
Ooh, you're doing a lot of damage.
Yes!
Ah!
Yes!
I legit thought he got you.
Oh my gosh, so did I.
And that was a representation of World War One.
That was a representation.
Utter fucking chaos and America comes out alive. So therefore we won.
Sweet, Reaper's available.
I stood up, so I win.
What was it?
I stood up, so I win.
Oh right. Yeah. Wait. What's that from?
Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged the
Oh yeah. I mean that's Yu-Gi-Oh! In general. I'm currently standing. My opponent has game. I'm currently standing, but like he declared his attack, but he fell down afterwards, so I win.
Oh.
I'm gonna try doing some exploration so I can get Reaper.
All right. Gonna go look around for stuff.
Wait, is this the right one? I mean, is this the right one?
You'll find out when you get everything. You'll find out when you get in there and then be like, "Where I got everything. Where is he? Oh, he's not in here."
Well, no, I need to get some of these points so I can unlock him.
Ah, I see. You're broke.
Yep, I am currently broke because I spent all my points trying to upgrade myself so I could complete that other fight.
I wish real life was more like video games. The fact that you could just go outside and find like a line of $100 dollar bills just in a row like that.
Yeah, right.
Life would be so much easier. But then again, you have to fight against someone else who would go against the row for $100 bills. Just whatever.
True, you'd have to constantly fight against enemies. That's the problem.
Yeah.
But then again, you'd also have really cool powers, which you could use to then fight those enemies. So.
Yeah. It would be like it would be like a beat 'em up IRL. Instead of money, you get like floor meat or whatever. Ooh, nice.
Oh yeah.
It just reminds me. It just like they say the real. Some people have to believe that real life is just a simulation. It's like I see your point, but it's also like if real life is a video game, this is one of the worst games ever made.
Yeah, right.
I mean, there's no music in the background. No one has any powers whatsoever.
That's a good point.
When you die, there's no regen, and the only good thing about this is that the graphics are pretty good.
Yeah, like that's actually, there might be a regen if reincarnation is a thing.
Well, yeah, but we don't know if reincarnation is a thing.
The problem with that is there's no save file.
Yeah, right. And whoever made this world, Lord help us if the guys. If he's anything like us, though, he's saving every 5 steps like he's in an RPG.
It reminds me of this one video I saw where it was called "The Guy Who Always Quick Saves."
Oh God.
Yeah, and he's like quick saving every 10 steps, and then he accidentally quick saves right over his death.
Ooh, God, so he's in a loop.
Yep, and then he says load main save, and then he ends up right at the very beginning of the game.
I think the sad thing is I've been there, not the main save part, but just the idea of like I saved so much I'm in the back where I started.
Oh, you know what? I want to try. I want to see if I can go in an infinite loop and pick up more momentum.
Let's find out.
Come on, faster, faster. Can I go faster? Is there? I think there might be a momentum cap.
Hopefully not.
Oh, maybe not. I'm going a little bit faster.
Go faster, 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 faster.
Never mind. There is a momentum cap. Oh well.
You're gonna go fast, but not too fast, otherwise that'd be dangerous. What if you did it as Spark, though? Isn't he the faster one?
Maybe. I think maybe I should go back and try that, but yeah.
Yeah, that would require.
I want to find all these coins first. Or medals, what are you going to call them? Yeah, they're not rings, they're not coins, they're medals.
Original idea, do not steal.
Original idea, do not steal.
I am so glad that finding all those freaking memory tokens in Frontiers is not mandatory.
Oh yeah, can you imagine?
Oh god, no, you just need enough in order to unlock the files and you're fine. Oh, thank you.
I'm like 100% positive that at some point they actually planned on making that mandatory so that you could actually finish the game and you'd like unlock each character completely.
Oh god.
And that's how you'd free them.
I mean, that'd be cool if you could unlock them as a playable character. I wouldn't mind that as much.
Oh, maybe they'll do that for the DLC because I heard they're doing new playable characters for that.
Maybe.
Oh yeah. What's that? What else are we gonna talk about? Oh yeah, did you hear about? I heard that they're gonna reinstate Phineas and Ferb or whatever.
Oh, they're gonna bring that back and ruin it? Okay, sounds genius.
Well, they have the original creator backing it. You know, the voice of Dr. Doofenshmirtz. Ah, Perry the Platypus! What an unexpected surprise! And by unexpected, I mean completely expected!
Perfect. Nailed it perfectly. Are you the original voice of Doofenshmirtz?
Discovered that voice. I literally discovered that voice yesterday.
And ever since then, you've only been speaking in that voice.
I wish, you know what? I should just spend the entire day speaking that voice just to see if I can get anyone to believe that I'm actually the creator.
Yeah, right. I didn't know that Doofenshmirtz is the one that created Phineas and Ferb.
I think he's like a co-creator.
Probably.
I mean, like the voice of Rick and Morty is the co-creator.
Well, yeah, but I expected that because he's voicing one of the main characters. The show isn't called Doofenshmirtz and Perry the Platypus, even though that's probably one of the reasons most people tune in.
Well, maybe not, but it is called Doofenshmirtz Evil Incorporated.
True enough.
Hey, yo, guys! If those other guys have gone out of business, and you need like someone else to do a song for that, just ask me. I'm like literally completely free, like most of the day.
We'll pay you We'll pay you about let's say $2. Sound good?
All I want is the exposure, man. All I want is the exposure.
Yeah, can we pay you an exposure? And then they use your Discord name. Like, no.
Ace of Games, bitch.
Singer and voice actor of Doofenshmirtz played by Ace of Games, bitch.
Yes. That is the voice of Heinz Doofenshmirtz.
This is who I am. There was a blue coin above on one of those roofs.
I think I already got it, didn't I?
Well, it looked like it wasn't see-through.
I didn't see it. Here, hold on. Let me get up there real quick.
And of course now it doesn't want to get up there.
What, is that it? What you're talking about?
Yeah, that one. Or maybe
that's see-through.
Oh, I couldn't tell. It's already a blue coin against a blue backdrop.
No, it's just transparent.
Well, it was hard for me to tell.
I like how that guy was looking up at me as I was falling down. I just land on him and smash his face in.
I'm here to help you, but not you.
I did it! I saved the world!
So they're bringing Phineas and Ferb back? I thought the series was over. What are they gonna do, like, now that we're in high school or something?
I have no idea. Maybe they're gonna do the second summer vacation or something like that. I don't know.
Maybe. That was the longest summer vacation ever.
Yeah, I don't know any school that actually has that many days of summer vacation.
There's 104 days of summer vacation. The series went on for like 7 years.
Yeah.
I have
Although there was 104 episodes, wasn't there?
I don't know. It felt like it was more than 104.
Maybe they did some sort of time travel plot that we all missed.
Yeah, they did the twist. Yeah, they did the fucking Fairly Odd Parents twist, where it's like, I wish that I was 10 years old forever, and that's why this show's been going on for 20 years.
Yeah. It's like they unlock the 20 years clause in filmmaking.
Yeah. Well, that would make sense because apparently in one of the movies they break the fourth wall, literally.
In what way?
Like, as in they travel. It was from one of the newer movies. They travel between dimensions, and I don't remember exactly the context of what happened, but they go so far in that they start becoming storyboarded, and then they're just drawings on a wall, and then it just the creators showing the storyboard, be like, and in this scene, Buford will say. And then they cut.
Oh my God.
And then they cut back to reality, and frickin' Ferb says, "Let us never speak of this again." Agreed.
That sounds awesome.
It was. Fourth wall.
I don't think I haven't seen the full movie. I don't think.
I haven't either.
But that sounds awesome.
Yeah, I love break walls in shows. It's just one of my favorite gimmicks where they just break it completely and go into the real world.
Like, here's the thing: I never actually got to grow up with Phineas and Ferb as a series. I never watched it as a kid or anything.
Makes sense.
At all, but
I never watched it religiously. It's just like one of those things where it's like, if it's on, maybe.
yeah, but I've seen plenty of clips on it, right? Like recently, well, not even just recently. I guess in recent years.
Yeah.
And they're just the funniest things I have ever seen.
But first, Buford and the jelly beans will always be his highlight.
I think Buford is probably one of my favorite characters.
Yes, because I love those characters that are supposed to be the bullies, and then there's but no, we're friends with him. It's like, what?
Yeah.
He bullied you less than an episode ago. Yeah, but we're friends in this one.
They got a weird they got this weird Stockholm syndrome-esque relationship.
I guess it's just it's one of those things in cartoons that I just never get it, but I guess it's just one you just have to slowly accept.
Accept it.
Accept the unacceptable.
Yeah. I remember accept the unacceptable. Like, the sky is fake.
It's all moon buggies, man.
I remember seeing this one, hearing about this one story about this stupid kid that believed everything on TikTok.
Oh god.
And he tried to convince everyone in his class that the sky was fake.
Because that is the next generation. God help us.
And his proof was literally just the TikTok videos where he got this idea from.
Oh, good lord. I got it from my dad who works at Nintendo.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I'm he's so serious about it.
So TikTok is the new I use Wikipedia as a source. Great.
Yeah, except it's even stupider because half the time they're doing it for content that's funny.
Yeah, quote unquote. At least we already know that Wikipedia is a joke.
That's true. Unfortunately, a lot of kids don't realize that TikTok is also a joke.
Well, it's Chinese as hell. Which is why I'm not on the dang thing.
I don't think anybody. Well, actually, I know someone who is. I know someone who is.
I know people who are, and that just distrusts me. It's just we killed Vine for this.
It's like when Yugi looks at TFS and he's like, wait, this has how many subscribers?
Yeah, this has how many people on it?
And unsubscribe.
It's one of this where you're just this is the next state of humanity. These people will take over after we're gone. As bad as we are, it's well, at least we're not that level of fudged.
We are pretty cringe though, as a species. We are pretty cringe.
We are extremely cringe. Remember, this is. I mean, we went from this is point of me to be do you ever see those old black and white photos of the guys hanging out on those steel beams high above like New York or whatever, just relaxing and eating their lunch with like no protection.
I don't remember that now.
There's old photos of like people back in like the 50s, just like basically what I just described. It's like that was the old generation back then. We had no care about anything. Our friend probably just fell off a few minutes ago, but we don't care. We're just gonna have our lunch with no protection. Now he's like, I didn't find a safe space in my workplace, so I quit.
Oh my, yeah, that's true. That's true, man.
It's like, God, how far we fallen in just 50 years ish.
Also, can I just point out that I was able to, like, that entire time I was exploring one level?
Yep. Well, you were looking for stuff.
Yeah.
Skip.
I don't know. I just find it really, really cool.
It was...
Like, actually, like, Feppert, if I were to make one small nitpick about this, I kind of don't like the fact that the cutscenes will play literally every single time that you go through a level.
Yeah, but that's a small nitpick though, considering you can skip it, which is just like if I had a lecture, then it'd be like a major complaint. So I've seen those games where it's like you must sit through the entire cutscene again, but I don't want to. Too bad.
Sure, at least you can skip these. You can skip these. I mean, like it plays every single time, but like at least you can skip it. Okay, so oh geez, what else are they going to talk about now? I should have written these down.
all I know is that if they do make a fantasy firm, I hope to God they don't make it woke as hell.
Yeah, well, I guess we're completely political at this point.
I don't know. We could just stop it there. Anyway, whatever.
I mean, I think.
Go ahead.
Well, what'd you just say? I am having a really hard time hearing you.
All I said was that I don't think we're fully political. The problem, and the reason you're not hearing me so well is because I'm trying to keep my voice down.
Oh, what? Someone's sleeping?
In the background, yeah.
Nice.
Yes. First world problems.
I should scream really, really loud and just wake them up.
I have headphones in, so you'd have to scream extremely loud to come through my headphones. And then you're just like, challenge accepted.
Doesn't your brother like scream really loud every so often?
Yes.
Let me go! Ah!
Like that.
That was a grab attack, and those things are really hard to avoid, actually.
Evidently. Oop. How annoying to avoid? Like they just kill you or something?
What was that?
Like what happens if they grab you? Does it do a lot of damage?
Oh, it does. It does do some serious damage. It does some emotional damage.
Oh dang, Navis! I thought we were past this. Why did you just let that happen?
I did say my controller has some lag to it.
Fair enough, I guess.
I was trying to dodge, but like I guess the buttons didn't register quick enough. You gotta admit though, Reaper Jester is pretty badass looking, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. Oh, good. So it remembers that you still destroyed that. I thought you were going to do the entire thing again. I guess your controller is suffering from emotional damage.
Emotional damage.
Lord help me. Well,
I love that.
This place is pretty.
Oops. Did not mean to do that. I'm trying. Like I'm getting the controls mixed up with Sonic Frontiers controls.
Too similar.
Yeah. Well, no. Here's the thing. The air dash in Sonic is Y, and in this it's B, and the stomp attack is B in Frontiers, where in this one it's Y.
Y. Oh, great.
So I'm getting the two mixed up.
I can see that happening. Yeah. You're not making... Oh, no, I was wrong.
Nah, I'm fine. I'm fine. Okay. Oh yeah, by the way, the fight combos, you can actually switch characters in mid combo to keep them going.
Nice. Are we just right back where we started?
Yep, that's the whole gimmick of this one. Is infinite tunnels going down.
Hmm.
Oh, there was definitely a coin there. I gotta get that. I'm sorry, metal.
I was reminded of the infinite hole of bloody, what was it, Stanley Parable 2.
Oh yeah, the infinite hole that's not so actually infinite.
Yeah, he finds the bottom. But hey, that was one heck of a moment I'm not gonna forget. Oh, there was another medal.
Oops, I got it, but I didn't get out of the hole.
Well,
it's like that one British video where the guy's like, in the hole.
dig a hole, dig a hole, dig a hole.
Where did this hole come from? Well, I woke up this morning, and there was a hole.
Hey, explanation achieved. Sounds like something in one of those ASDF movies.
Then a monster reaches a hand out from the hole. He's like, and she's like, "Oh my gosh, what was that?" Hole person. Where did it come from?
Oh.
And he just looks at her like, "You know exactly where it came from."
Do I even need to answer this question? Oh god.
I don't know. I love it. Here's the thing. Can I say something about? I feel like British comedy is probably one of the most funny that I've ever seen.
It's so dry.
Yeah, it's like just so raw.
Ooh. Well, every culture has their own form of comedy, in a sense. Japan goes extreme over the top. We Americans kind of go more cartoonish, and British are just dry as hell.
Yep.
Like polar opposites. Ooh.
Oh, come on, baby, come on. Yeah, the thing I was actually talking with someone about this a while ago. I don't like American humor. Most of it just revolves around being gross.
Mostly, yeah. We have a preference for gross out humor.
What was that?
Yeah, we tend to have a preference for gross out humor.
Yep. It's like I don't know why. Why do Americans need to be so gross? We'll never know.
It's all we have.
Yeah. Like, we used to not be like that. Like, if you ever watched I Love Lucy, that old show.
Yeah,
it was a lot.
Abuse.
Yeah.
I will put you
I don't know.
I will put you over my knee and spank you for trying to get a job.
I think that was just I think that was just part of the culture at the time, but
yeah, it was
I don't think that was meant to be funny.
Fair enough. It was a different time.
Also, I'm pretty sure it was like part of Cuban culture or something like that. I don't know.
But they weren't Cuban.
Who knows?
Are they? I thought they were Puerto Rican. Whatever. It was 50 years ago.
But who cares? Who cares? Like, it wasn't like the purpose was not to be gross. The humor came from all the stupid shenanigans she kept getting herself into.
Yep. I still remember some of those gags. The freaking chocolate conveyor belt is just iconic.
The chocolate conveyor belt, that was hilarious.
I still like one where it's one of the lesser known ones, but she bakes a bread and it's just so big that it touches across.
It like snaps her against the wall.
Yeah, it smears her against the wall. So ridiculous.
And then Ethel has to get a saw to get her out.
Yes.
Like that, you'd never see that kind of humor today because now, like, if you ever see like the new Velma show or whatever.
No. I didn't
like
even bother with that.
Majority of their humor is just sex jokes and gross out jokes.
Sex jokes, gross out jokes, and breaking the fourth wall because it's funny if we say that we're a cartoon 47 times in a row.
Yeah. It's funny because we broke the fourth wall. Like, old style humor, like, it was old style humor of Americans was a lot of it was just about like basically being nasty to people verbally. Like Disney, except less like old style Disney TV shows like on Disney XD, except less crappy.
Yeah.
Like all you guys probably all grew up with one of those really, really crappy sitcoms where everyone just like makes really, really mean jokes towards one another.
I did.
All those were funny. They weren't as funny as the old humor used to be.
Yeah.
Because it was just old humor was just like an ever spiraling series of events that you since.
Ooh.
Oops. Wrong button. Again, I hit the wrong button.
Yeah.
Ever spiraling series of events that you've long lost control of.
Yeah, you've long lost control. You're just desperately trying to not get buried by it, which is more relatable, ironically.
Yep.
Because life is a never-ending spiral of, oh God, can I not drown in this misery, in this chaos today?
Yep.
How do I make it out today alive? We'll find out.
Yep. I like how after a while Lucy, like in Isle of Lucy, she got like a reputation for just being the person that was insane.
Yeah. Typecasted.
Yep. I know Lucille Ball. She later did a show called The Lucy Show. Have you ever seen that?
I have.
Oh, you have?
Yes, I have. At least a few episodes. Ooh.
Probably my favorite episode of that is when she walks into a psychiatrist's office with a monkey and says, "Mr. Green, I'd like you to meet Mr. What's her boss's name again?"
I don't remember.
Yeah.
It doesn't really matter, the boss.
Yeah, the vice president of our bank. Like, he just looks at it and screams.
AceJimL screaming.
it's funny. Oh yeah, I miss that old style humor, man. I miss it. Like we got some of it back with people like Team 4-Star and Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged.
Yeah, just random humor.
Like even then, those actually no. I think Martin probably delivered it best, if I'm being real. Wait, he's British. Never mind.
Well, yeah, but hey, it still counts for something. Damn it, it exists. That's what matters.
True.
Oh, to get back for a moment, just back to the Velma show, while it still is somewhat relevant. The best description I've heard of that show is this simply: a 14-year-old's first self-insert fanfiction.
Yeah, that's pretty much what all of them are. Wait, can I go in this? Is this gonna go up? Oh wait, I know what I need to do.
You need to be floated and push your hot air into the thing.
Nope.
Well, it's cool that was a platform you could stand on. Ow.
Oh, come on! I didn't even see that coming.
Maybe if you opened your eyes, that would help.
Yeah, maybe it would work if I got my eyes checked.
You got your voice back when I lost your eyes.
Yep. I mean, to be fair, I've had some trouble with my eyes in recent years.
Have you tried opening them?
No, like I have severe eye floaters.
Eye flutters? Floaters.
You get those too?
Yeah, I think so.
How long does it usually take for them to go away?
They go away? No, okay.
Oh, cool. No. So I'm not the only one that has those.
Yeah.
How many you got?
I've lost count.
Okay, so I guess we have that in common. Like literally everybody else I've talked to has told me, "Oh, I don't have eye floaters," or "Oh yeah, they go away after like 2 weeks or so."
No, they don't. The funny thing is that I can summon them, or sort of. I don't know. I guess it just hasn't been so long.
Oh yeah. It's not like it's not summoning. You're just deciding to tell your brain to notice them.
Yeah, right. And thank goodness I could turn it off.
I cannot, because I'm like I know I don't sound it, but I'm actually really autistic. And like I have a lot of focusing issues, and I can't not focus.
Yeah, I know. Sometimes too.
Oh yeah, it's not fun, but you gotta live with it. What else can you do?
Well, you get your eyes removed, but I'm not gonna let that happen.
Yeah, I could keep my eyes closed 24/7. That would be very interesting to try.
Yeah, it would be interesting to try for like 5 minutes, and then you stumble across the trail. It's like, fuck! Why didn't I keep my eyes open?
You know what's funny? I actually, funny thing I learned about blind people. Apparently, they're not like completely dark in complete darkness. They actually, majority of the time, don't just see darkness.
How do you know this?
Because, like, I don't know. I saw a video on it.
From the point of view of a blind person.
I mean, blind people have described there's different kinds of blindness. What? And while there is a blindness that will just completely completely block out your vision. Most different kinds of blindness will just like obstruct certain parts of your vision. Like they'll give you extreme tunnel vision, or they'll like put something inside where you like they'll put something in your way from seeing. So yeah, it's not like I guess you can say it's not really being blind, but like it kind of is. It's classified as being blind.
I see. You're being blinded by science.
My science has blinded me.
I do. I've seen those videos. They're one of those things that gives me hope in humanity. It's like seeing those videos of like the color. These glasses let my colorblind blank see, and they're just right down sobbing at finally being able to see. It's like, dang, it's stuff like that gives me a little bit more hope in humanity.
Yeah. And there's always something good on the internet, and I love the internet. I love people.
Yep.
But sometimes, you just gotta tell people to screw off.
Yeah, right. Like us, exactly.
Like every so often, for every good person, actually, for every good person, there's a bad person. And for every bad person, there's a good person.
Yeah. But the problem is on the internet, it's easier to find the bad person than the good person.
Yep. It's actually, technically speaking, it's harder to find the bad person because they will disguise themselves as good people.
Yeah. At least though, I don't know.
It's more like you got to pick the person you got to find the person that's being bad to one person as opposed to just everyone, because there's like there's like you got to know there's like, sorry, I'm just trying to think of what I'm trying to say here.
It's fine.
Like one of my grandmothers, she's got like this really weird thing where she tries to make the rest of the family hate one another.
Oh, lovely person.
Yeah, and like for example, what she did was she gave one of my brothers a much nicer birthday present than the other one.
Ooh.
Even though it was his golden birthday.
We all know where this is going.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, you're not playing favorites. I know you. You're trying to get the two of them to fight one another so that they completely ignore you and all the terrible, shitty things you do.
It worked.
No, it didn't work.
Oh, good.
And you want to know why?
Why?
Because my mom found out about this by having me go through her mail while they were all on vacation.
Oh.
And basically, yeah, she's like, okay, now hide the presents and don't let them see the labels.
Ooh, that's suspicious.
What do you mean?
Hide the presents and don't let them see the labels. That's suspicious.
Well, I don't think she's planning on letting here's the thing. I don't think she's actually planning on letting them like keep the presents essentially, because again, it's an attempt to sow discord.
Mm-hmm.
Like what would you do? Like that's a good question. As a parent, what would you do if like you knew that someone was trying to play favorites with your children? Would you deny that person the ability to see your kids and give them gifts?
If they're trying to play, if I know they're trying to make it so the two fight against each other, yes.
Yeah, like it's not like I know. I have a feeling that someone in the comments section, someone at some point is going to say, "Well, no, that's bad parenting because you're not letting your kid have the gifts that he got." Well, okay, what's the alternative here? What get the kid the exact same present? Aren't they going to be a little suspicious of that?
Yeah, right. Kids aren't stupid.
Yeah, and also you'd also be giving credit to the person that's trying to sow discord by doing that.
Exactly. Sadly.
So honestly, I think the best. Oh, that was stupid of me. Honestly, I think the best solution is to, just ignore the gifts, let things happen their own way, and
May God sort the rest out later.
Yep. Oh yeah, speaking of God, there's something that annoys me about a lot of like modern and popular Christian beliefs. They never touch on the cool stuff about the Bible.
Really? Why don't you give some examples?
Well, I mean, like I think I've told you about this before. Like David, most people probably know about David and Goliath, right?
Yes.
But as I told you, did you know the story doesn't stop there. It keeps going.
It has several sequels.
Well, I guess, yeah, several sequels, yeah. Yeah, David not only becomes gets in like a mental war with the king, who's constantly trying to assassinate him, but he then eventually becomes the king.
How about that?
Yeah. And then he gets corrupted by power.
This sounds like the series when it became just like a shonen anime or something after that. It's like, and then I'm going to fight against the king, and then I will become the king and become corrupted by power.
Yep. And then I will accidentally get my own son killed.
Oops. I hate when I do that.
Yeah, he had see, I think that's the thing. The older Bible stories, they did have a lot of terrible people doing terrible things, and then it showed the consequences of doing such. Like David, he was like he was an extreme adulterer. Let's just be real. He was a complete adulterer, and as a result, all of his kids were really messed up in the head.
Yeah.
And that's the story. That's just the story. No, it's not like do that. It's not telling you to be like David. It's telling you what he did and how stupid that was and what happened afterwards because of that. Like he was like I'm being real. After he became king, David was not a good guy.
No.
He actually killed one of his own comrades so he could steal his wife.
Oh Lord.
Yeah. If that is messed up, I don't know what is.
All you had to do was slay the giant and go home.
All you had to do is what?
All you had to do was slay the giant and go home.
Oh yeah. All you had to do. Well, technically speaking, he also had to survive King Saul.
Well, yes, but he could have gone home.
Yeah, it's true. His best friend was King Saul's son, and he helped him escape.
Oops.
Most of the time.
So let the son become king, you don't become king, and you can go the heck home.
Yep. Well, I mean, to be fair, it was what was it? I think they're like their prophet prophesied that David would become king. Hey, honestly, I'm pretty sure that's like where they got the idea of King Arthur from. I'm not like entirely sure, but it sounds a lot like King Arthur. Now, the more I talk about it,
sounds similar, yeah, and the Macbeth witches and whatnot.
Now, granted, there was no sword in the stone in this instance, so I don't know, but I wouldn't be surprised if they took inspiration from it.
Possibly. I mean, everything's derivative.
Yeah, technically speaking, there are a lot of repeats in history.
There are no new ideas under the sun.
And that I'm pretty sure that quote's from the Bible. Like 99% sure that's from the Bible.
And I'm pretty sure that saying that was a quote from the Bible is a quote from the Bible.
Technically, yes, because Jesus actually quoted the Old Testament a lot. You know, during his 40-day mental fight against Satan in the desert.
Oh yeah,
which is something else most people don't talk about.
So do they go chapter by chapter, day by day, or they just jump cut like through days?
They did kind of a jump cut. They only showed 3 examples of what happened there, which I'm kind of upset about, but not really.
I would have liked more days, but I wouldn't have wanted the whole 40 days.
Yeah. Essentially, it was just the whole compilation was essentially Satan constantly trying to tempt Jesus into sinning. Yeah, and every single time he retort with something, it was kind of like one of those dissing things that like gangs getting together. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yep.
Like when all those guys, they get together and they go, "Whoa!" It was essentially that. Nice. But it was an actual fight between essentially the two of the biggest entities in the world.
Well, yeah, it's Jesus and the devil.
Yep.
The only thing you go above that is God himself and the devil.
I mean, technically speaking, Jesus is God, but like it's complicated. Like the whole thing about Jesus being God is a little bit complicated. I technically choose to look at it as like some sort of Lovecraftian sort of thing where it's like it's not really easy to understand in basic human understanding.
Yeah.
I mean, that is just my speculation, but at least to me, it's the one that makes the most sense. Because like, what's the alternative? Like, he's two things at once, but also not. That doesn't make a whole lot of sense.
No, it doesn't. But I mean, a lot of things in the book doesn't make a lot of sense if you think about it.
True. I mean, then again, does anything really make sense here? I mean, why does hydrogen and oxygen both go upwards in terms of gravity, but when they're put together, they go down?
Yes.
Or, I mean, like, I know the reason why, but like, you know, it's like it takes more explaining. It's, you know, sometimes it just and that is one thing I like about I don't like about people disregarding religion, because like, well, what if religion isn't just stupid and it's just that we haven't reached that level of intelligence yet? You know, like do you think our ancestors knew exactly how the flu worked?
Nope. I think if we told them there was little germ things that get inside your body, they would have been like, and then we burned the witch, right?
Right. They'd be like that. So like, honestly, whenever people say religion is stupid and we don't need it, we've outgrown it, like, I'm just thinking, well, maybe you haven't, and it's just that you don't understand it yet.
Yeah, I've come from atheist to agnostic to, so from like, I harshly don't believe in it to, well, maybe that has a few points. Maybe there's something to this.
I like to think that I'm slightly responsible for that.
You are. I can confirm that.
Okay, cool. It's nice to get that confirmation.
Yes, and give yourself a nice little ego boost.
Wait, what?
And get a little ego boost.
Yeah, it feels nice. I mean, who doesn't like stroking their ego? Am I right?
Oh, I like stroking something, all right. I mean.
Anyway. Hey, okay, well, we just got demonetized.
Oh, that's as long as we didn't put a curse in the beginning, so this is already marked for kids, so it's fine.
Yeah, true.
But anyway,
and we lasted 15 seconds, so we're not going to be demonetized. We're fine.
I mean, it was that in a Michael Knowles thing where just like you think that we're above religion, this thing that has existed for like over 10,000 years and survived all these other extreme events. It's like you think out of all of that you know better than that. It's like, okay, maybe you have a point there.
Yeah, and you know, there's one person brought up something interesting to me. What if like a lot of back in the old days, you know, people used to use leeches for blood.
Yeah.
Like to put leeches on their blood because they thought that cured illness. What if there was like an actual point they had, and what if a lot of their illnesses were related to blood clotting?
Huh.
So they did that as a solution.
I mean, possibly. I mean, the funny thing is that we do actually use leeches still today. It's just that it's not the answer to everything. It's just the answer to a couple of scenarios. So it's like, so as backwards as it is, they were onto something.
They were onto something, but we just disregard it because we want to think we're smarter.
I mean, it is. I mean, to be fair, it is kind of funny just to be like, "Hey, what's that? You got your arm ripped off? Just put a leech on it. It'll be fine."
I mean, my grandfather told me when he was in the army, the solution to every single illness was taking 2 aspirin and coming back tomorrow.
And half the time it probably worked because back then aspirin actually did something.
Yep.
I wonder how much of aspirin is actually placebo effect.
Probably all of it.
Maybe. Oh God, no!
Please kill me.
Kill me before I have to do the level again.
Yeah, kill me. I didn't want to go back down to the next checkpoint. I wanted to die before that happened.
Yeah, that's like the worst fear game. Be like, oh no, it's not an instant kill. It's gonna possibly put me in the level before, then no, and then kill me.
Bring me back to the other checkpoint. Help! Help! That's way more dangerous than dying.
God, that's like the one scenario in life where you would be like that. To be like, imagine you're falling like off a cliff and there's a platform that could save you, and you're like, oh no, I'm gonna respond. Then, oh no, I don't want to do that. That would never happen.
Yeah. Can you imagine that? Like, that's a real night. That's how gamers have a nightmare. You know, there's people who have the nightmare of they're falling in space infinitely.
Yeah.
A gamer's nightmare is that they're falling in space towards a checkpoint they already got back to.
And they don't have a save state.
And they don't have a save state because they're not running this on an emulator. They're running it on the original device.
Yeah, and the worst thing is, it's an old school SNES.
No!
The technology just gets worse and
Old
worse.
school SNES game. No, wait, it's an old school Pokemon.
Oh God! So I still like that either the entirety of the original Pokemon games are held together by duct tape, a glue stick, and a whole lot of prayer.
You know what's funny? I remember, speaking of Pokemon, I heard that they actually sued a guy that doesn't exist.
What?
I kid you not. They sued a guy that doesn't exist.
For what?
I don't know how much they sued him for, but apparently they won.
Not for how much. What did they sue him for?
I think copywriting Pokemon.
Humanity.
Like, yeah, stealing their IP. That was it. Like, okay, I hear you guys, but counterpoint, he literally doesn't exist.
Yeah, but we want money from this man that doesn't exist.
So basically, I think what I understand is that it was released under a company name, under like a certain guy.
Okay.
But all of that stuff was fake. So when they sued him, like there was nothing to actually sue.
What would have been funnier is if they sued the guy that doesn't exist and they lost.
That would be even funnier.
Congratulations, you lost to a literal nobody.
You lost to nothing.
Which also technically means you won.
I think you guys forgot to drop something.
No, we dropped the person that Nintendo was suing. We dropped nothing.
we dropped the person that Nintendo won against.
Nothing.
I hear they're making a Nintendo World at Universal.
Yeah, I heard
finally.
about that. It'll cost probably cost an obscene amount of money to go there and not be worth it in the end.
Yep.
And
yeah, screw it. I'll do it on foot.
But then they'll put in like one Pokemon related thing, and then everyone and their mother will show up.
Yeah. Ah, shoot! I lost my momentum like that. Like an idiot, I lose my momentum.
In this area, you can catch Pokemon that aren't in your region, so you can catch like Pokemon exclusive to China. Everyone and their mother shows up. Like like Pokemon Go, just to be clear, not like actual Pokemon, unfortunately.
Yeah, I remember Pokemon Go. There was like 20 different people that lost their lives walking off of a cliff.
Yeah, it's tragic, but also, and that's why they had the whole like "be careful where you're going" thing.
Yeah, they had to add that.
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure they were sued multiple times for that.
I believe it. I just find it funny just to be like, wow, Pokemon Go did in one summer what Michelle Obama couldn't do in 8 years: get kids to go outside and play.
Yep. Oh, good grief.
I mean, a guy
Pokemon Go through the polls.
I mean, oh Christ. I mean, a guy I work with still plays Pokemon Go, and it's like, okay, fine, if you have fun with it, I don't give a crap.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not trying to make this whole podcast or like even this channel political,
No.
But I think it's just hilarious whenever a politician shows just completely how out of touch they are.
Yeah.
Like when that one guy is like, well, if there's too many people on that island, I'm worried that it'll tip over and capsize.
Or Trump
an island.
Or Trump creating NFTs. And then selling out, which just proves to be like, okay, he's stupid, but we're also stupid.
Yep. I feel like running is faster than driving.
Probably, and it's probably more fun.
It is a little bit more fun, yeah. Like wide open space, running at full speed. That's awesome.
Could be a placebo effect because running fast sounds cooler than driving fast. I mean, if I could run at 60 miles per hour, I wouldn't need I wouldn't have a car.
Yeah, I think we all. Well, technically speaking, you'd probably get exhausted.
Well, yes. I mean, there's a reason the Flash has a car.
But he has a car?
Yes, it's a sports car, of course. And Wonder Woman has a plane, despite the fact she can fly.
Well, actually, I seem to recall in the older Wonder Woman, she actually did not have the ability to fly.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. I mean, Superman didn't have the ability to fly at first.
Yeah, that's right. It was just there's a reason why it was leap tall buildings in a single bound.
Yep.
Because he was actually jumping.
Yes, and then the cartoon came out and made him flying because it was easier to animate, and they kept it.
Yep.
Which is like one of the funniest backstories where you'd be like, so you're telling me that the entire reason that he can fly is because they didn't want to animate him jumping? Yes.
I mean, did you know the original? Do you know Frankenstein, the Frankenstein monster? You know how he's always like he's got his eyes like he's out in front of him. He's got his hands out in front of him. He walks like a zombie.
Yes, because he's blind.
Yep, it's because he's blind. From a crossover movie with the Wolfman.
Yes, because the blood didn't match or something like that. What good is a brain?
Was it?
Well, not because of a crossover movie with the Wolfman. It's because of a movie that happened sooner where a guy like put his brain into the Frankenstein's monster's brain and their blood didn't match, so therefore they went blind. And it's like, what?
Oh yeah, yeah. I think it was and yeah. I don't really remember how that went, but
Neither do I.
I think it was also like, oh yeah, Son of Frankenstein. Do you remember? Do you ever see the Son of Frankenstein?
I've seen bits of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Great movie.
Wait, this scene here. So wait, he doesn't kill them. Instead, he waits for them to get inside their giant mech suit. Then he starts fighting them.
Well, he knows the rule of it.
He's got a McDonald's soda in the cup holder.
He knows this is cooler.
I love these. I love this game, man. I love this game. It's so funny. There will be blood shed.
No, this is more like standing here, I realize.
I don't know about that.
Because he wasn't moving. Alright.
One cool thing I really like is that the characters in the top, they actually move whenever something happens, if you notice that.
Yes, right below their health bars, they're moving with it.
Yes. Also, the trees will be destroyed if you walk on them.
Yep.
Oh, that got me good. This mech's so much stronger than mine. It's not fair. Mom, he's cheating.
Well, he's a boss who's allowed to have unbelievably godlike power.
Yep.
It's amazing. I always find it funny to be like, a villain could have just like the answer to any scenario, no matter what, and people just roll with it, but at the moment a hero does it, it's a problem and it needs to be stopped.
Yep. Well, I mean, we're not supposed to root for the villain. Like, the villain's supposed to cheat.
I know that, but I just find it funny that it'd be like the moment a villain could do it as much as they freaking want, and no one bats an eye. But the moment a hero does it, it's a goddess ex machina.
Yep. Well, I mean, I guess if a villain does it, it's a devil ex machina.
Yeah, basically, deus ex machina.
Deus ex machina.
Thank you, Revolver. I can't wait till you're in Duel Links.
I have never heard someone say Deus ex machina I've never enjoyed it as much as when Revolver said it.
Yeah. He's so into it. He's like, okay, there is no possible way he can survive this. How did he survive this?
He had a card that halves the damage of an effect twice.
Yeah, it stacks.
Yeah.
I just imagine it'd be like, who the hell prints a card like that?
And additionally, if the card, and what's even better is, it prevents attacks for 4 turns afterwards, and if the card leaves the field by opponent's card effect, it negates all of the opponent's monster's effects and destroys them. How specific?
It's the most specific card ever designed, and you managed to proc it.
I'm not sure exactly what's more specific. That card that Yusaka used, or 0 extra link.
I don't know. I mean, 0 extra link is a real card.
True, but actually, that's true. What is that? That is a real card, isn't it?
Yep. At least I think it is.
Hold on, let's see. 0 extra.
I'll probably put it in the pot.
Yeah, 0 extra link. Activate this card by targeting 1 link monster you control that is co-linked to a link monster. In the extra monster zone, the targeted monster gains 800 attack for each link monster on the field. If a link monster is link summoned using the targeted monster's material, the link monster gains the same attack increase that the targeted monster had until the end of this turn, even if this card leaves the field after damage calculation. If the targeted monster attack, destroy this card.
So glorious. You say that card's specific as hell, but then so is half the cards in Zexal.
I can't really think of a more specific card than that, aside from like what was it? What was that card that Yusaki used? Like transaction rollback or something like that?
Yeah, the one that's like pay half your life points and activate a trap card from your opponent's grave or something.
Oh yeah, pay half your life points, activate a trap. Technically speaking, that one is pretty generic in the graveyard because you can banish it to activate a normal trap in your graveyard.
Yeah. Gets them down to 13 life points.
Yeah. I think 13 life points is the lowest any character has ever gotten in Yu-Gi-Oh! Without being 1 or 0.
Without a 1 or a 0 attached to it? Yeah, because I was going to say that. Yami Yugi with 0 or 10.
Yeah, but I mean, technically speaking, those ones don't count because those were made by an effect.
Yeah, you're not like having it.
I know it's not exactly natural, but Yusaku got to 13 life points with natural cause.
More or less, yeah.
Yep. Okay, so now we get Flint's backstory, which I don't think anyone cares about.
Why are we showing it?
Well, because he's the guy that we just fought.
You say that card's very severe, but then there's like half the cards in Zexal where it's like, if your monster attacks an opponent's monster, it wasn't destroyed by battle, you can attack again with an extra 800 attack points, and then destroy the opponent's monster even if it wasn't destroyed. Or something like that. It's like, what the frig? What scenario would you ever play this card? This one and this one only.
Well, I mean, if a monster that wasn't destroyed by battle, you could attack it twice.
I don't... There's so many freaking specific cards in the anime.
I think it's more specific than having effects damage twice and making a scenario where you cannot attack for exactly 4 turns, and then making it so the card cannot leave the field or else a specific board state will be destroyed.
I don't watch the Rush dueling shows, but I do like the fact that apparently like none of the cards they use are made up specifically for this show. Like they genuinely...
Except in the first episode. Yeah. The first episode, the very first episode... Oh wait, this is Float's origin story.
Oh.
Okay, never mind. But anyways, yeah. The first episode had this one card that I've never seen printed. It was called High Magic Double XL.
I see.
Yeah. And it, essentially what it did was shuffle 2 monsters with different attributes from your graveyard into your deck. Then 1/7/0 Magician you control gains 2100 attack.
Oh, I see. Surprising to me.
That's not even ridiculous.
No, it's not. It's somewhat reasonable, I guess. I guess I just never got around to it or something. But yeah, I do like the fact that they don't make up their own cards. They use cards that actually exist. It's like, why couldn't the actual anime have done that?
Because raisins.
Yeah, because...
Raisins is my intel guy. Well, we're continuing on, waiting for this cutscene to end, I guess.
I don't know. We can stop it after the cutscene ends.
Oh, you want to end it?
I'm asking, and if you want to, because I just realized my things.
Well, I got one more topic to talk about, and that's Wizards of the Coast.
Oh, okay. We'll go on then.
Well, obviously, some people know who Wizards of the Coast is, and they're the people that created D&D, apparently.
Yep.
Or they currently own it, or something like that.
Yep.
And I don't know exactly the full scenario, everything that went on exactly, but apparently they tried to make all the content creators and the people who use it essentially sign a contract stating essentially that they own them.
Yeah. We own you, content creators.
We own you. Please sign here, otherwise you will have your license revoked.
Shit, right. And how did that turn out?
I don't know. I'm pretty sure they're going into a lawsuit over this. Oops. It's I don't understand why they. I mean, and you know what's the worst part? From what I've heard from people, rather than address this, uh, oh cool, fall damage. Rather than address this issue, they decide to make a not so public statement on a much less prominent website. I can't remember what it was. I think it was on Discord actually. But right, so they make this announcement on Discord stating that that they're going to try to, or that this was not actually real and was actually just a draft.
I see. How that worked
And
out.
like, you don't ask people to sign drafts.
Yeah, right.
So they lied. Rather than addressing like the actual concerns of people, they essentially lied and then they made an excuse.
Yeah, right.
And what's worse is the issues they supposedly addressed were like about like sexual harassment or something, like something that nobody was even talking about.
Yep.
I'm just like, guys, how out of touch are you? Like, are you guys Bethesda or are you something else?
Apparently, it's both, I guess.
Yeah. Like, here's the thing. The thing they did, I'm like 99% sure it's legal to do.
Mm-hmm.
Like, no joke. I'm like 99% sure that it's legal for them to do this.
Mm-hmm.
However, it's not smart.
No, it isn't. Why would you be smart?
I don't know, but apparently they thought it was a good idea. And right now, they're just really hoping that everyone forgets about this in the next week. And, well, most of us probably will. The people who subscribe to them probably won't.
No. The diehards won't forget. I mean, we don't forget half the things that Konami does wrong.
Yeah, I mean, we don't forgive when Konami does something really stupid, like, you know, program Master Duel so that you always get 3 of the exact same card in your hand that's a brick.
Yeah. Or program Master Duel so that Asian players get better opening hands.
Specifically OCG players. We're not allowed to say Asian, we're supposed to say OCG.
Oh, what's going to happen? This video has been removed for saying truthful things.
Well, yes, that is what's going to happen.
We'll see. No one's going to watch this far into it.
Like, I don't know. It's so funny. It's so funny to me. I've heard so many different... I've actually brought this topic up to like quite a few different content creators. I will say, in different points, so they have time to forget, I will say, you know, I think Asian players get better hands than people here in like the U.S. or Europe. And they'll say, that's so racist of you. And then later on, I will say, after they've given them time to forget, I'll say, you know, I think OCG players get better hands than what we do. And they're like, oh yeah, that makes total sense.
Yeah, you can't say what it is specifically. You just have to narrow it down to this thing.
I don't know. It's like, you know, one thing I don't like about this one small detail, another small nitpick, like cover that I don't like about this, the fact that the game requires you to you can't, like, when you block it stops your momentum. In the old game, you didn't stop your momentum when you blocked.
I see.
So you could actually block while continuing to run, and that actually allowed for a really cool concept where you had to dash through a bunch of lasers.
Oh, okay. So that was playing the gameplay, because I'm just like, that sounds like a broken mechanic. So why would you ever unblock?
Yeah. Well, technically speaking, you couldn't block forever because you'd overheat if you did.
Oh, I see.
But in this one, you don't overheat.
Cool.
But you stop.
Yeah.
Oops.
Well, you say, to go back to the Wizards of the Coast, and you'd be like, they're hoping that people don't forget about it in a few weeks. Be like, I'm not going to forget because I know what they did with Magic the Gathering and those flying monkey things. We have to remove these because they remind people, because it's racist against black people. Wait, you say flying monkeys and you think black people? Maybe you're the racist.
Yeah. So many times companies just do something really, really stupid. And like, guys, you know, you'd probably have a lot easier time if you just fire all of your stupid PR people.
Get rid of the HR department. It does nothing.
Yeah. In fact, I'm pretty sure it makes things worse. Most companies are like that. Human resources don't they just piss off most people?
Yes.
Like in a sense, what human resources will do is they'll say you need to do better. We'll look into the problems that you have, but we won't actually do it.
I don't know why companies have HR departments. There must be like a tax break or something. Because why would you willingly put up with that headache?
Yeah.
Because whenever
Like
whenever a company has layoffs, the first thing they always go for is the HR department.
Yeah, because HR sucks.
And no one likes this.
Yep. Like I feel like they're constantly trying to justify their reason for existing.
And they're getting poorer and poorer at it.
Yep, they're getting worse and worse at actually doing it. Kind of like the FBI.
Yep. Open up.
Like if we're being real here, like I don't think this is I don't think this is a controversial topic, but I think most people realize the FBI, they will just they'll make people commit crimes. They'll like get people to like pseudo confess to committing a crime, and then they'll be like, "Oh, you're under arrest for telling me that you're going to do a crime, or like that you really, really want to do a crime."
Yeah. Thought police.
I'm like, guys, are you really that bored? Are you really that desperate to actually give yourself a reason to exist?
It'd be sure nice.
Like, there's other things we could be having you guys do, you know.
You know, we have a police department specifically for this reason. Why don't you just go be cops?
You sure you want to do that? You really want to send all the rejects from the We already get all the military rejects as cops. Do you really want the FBI rejects to also be cops?
Well, but if it's just on the FBI department and my taxpayer dollars don't go to them, then sure. Ooh, blindsided.
Yep. Well, try again.
Well, that happened.
Hey, I mean, you know what? I will say this. There's at least a very, very good difficulty curve.
Yep. I'm just trying to figure out why the dirty bubble is in this stage.
The dirty bubble.
No, I just see those circle things. That's the only thing my brain can think of when I see those circle face things. Is like, why is the dirty bubble here? Is he going to try to make us eat dirt?
Oh yeah, make him eat dirt. You know, in addition to the world domination thing.
Ow.
Ow! Don't kill me! Don't kill me! I'm fine.
I'm okay.
It's really convenient that there's all these somehow gravity-stopping rings around here.
Yeah, right?
Although, in fairness, they do give an explanation for literally everything at the end of this game.
Then what's those students' explanations?
Well, I'll tell you when we get there, because... Yeah.
Well, we're that close to the end of the game?
Kinda? Ah, no.
Alright, we'll probably forget by then. Oof.
It'll make sense.
Probably. Ooh.
Ow! Stop doing that! Ah, you son of a bitch!
You are not Samus Aran. You can't bomb jump your way up.
Okay, let me just... Oh, no! I want to get on that.
Do it legitimately.
Actually, hold on. Let me go over here and just... Let me get these ones to shoot me up.
Just do it legitimately.
Never!
The time it takes you to cheat, you could have done it legitimately 5 times.
Fair enough.
Never mind.
But then there's that.
Minor detail. Ow.
And now I die.
I die.
This level is definitely one of the harder ones. I will say that.
I can tell.
Oh wait, hold on. Maybe I can do it from over here. Just shoot me up. And dash. Boom.
Nice. And then the floor is go through, so you just go right through it.
Yeah.
Oops.
Stop trying to hit me with those.
Stop trying to hit me and hit me.
Why don't you stop changing outfits and hit me harder?
Well, if you say so.
Oh my gosh, I loved that Vegito versus Shrek. Or no, it was Vegito versus Shrek.
It was Vegeta, yeah. I just like the Kagi reaction. This has no right to go this hard. It's like, no,
Yeah.
It's like, no, he's got a point.
I mean, yeah, true. Like, I don't understand why they made Shrek so unbelievably threatening, but like,
For the memes.
I'm for it. That's all I'm saying. I'm for it.
Man, Shrek 5 looks amazing.
Legitimately, if that was what the plot of Shrek 5 was, I'd probably watch it.
Well, the sad thing is that much as we don't want, we're probably going to see it anyway.
Yeah.
It was as good as Puss in Boots 2, was it? Just like, hey, I'm down for it.
I didn't see Puss in Boots 2, so I'm not in the loop.
Well, that's fine. That's the sad thing. It'd be like, it came out, it's a genuinely good movie, and people are going to see Avatar 2 because, ooh, it looks pretty.
I didn't see that either. I don't know. I feel like I'm like Kermit in this instance, where I'm doing. Everybody else is doing something that's really, really enjoyable, and I'm not. But I'm treating it as a win. Well, joke's on you, all for one. I don't wipe.
But man, without context, that's just amazing. I think that was one of the Devil Ornaments out of context runs.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I have so much momentum, I'm glitching.
Jesus. How is it only a checkpoint?
I don't need a checkpoint.
No, like,
if I die, I want to go through that again.
At that point, I just thought the stage would be over.
I think I'm in the second to last stage, and the last one's really, really, really long. I think it took me like a half hour to beat the last time, so we still got plenty of content left for the next stream.
Yeah.
Next and final stream.
Ever.
But yeah, after this level, we're probably gonna call it an end for this particular portion. Even though like most of the people watching, they're not really seeing anything different from day to day.
No.
Like it's only different for us.
Yeah.
So next time on Game Grumps.
Oh, God. We take 5 episodes to go through the cycling road.
One thing I really love about this is that if you crouch while going down, you'll go faster.
Yeah.
And you'll pick up more and more momentum.
Yeah.
But if you push it while going up, you will lose momentum.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So like you essentially have to keep turning off and on the momentum. Also, I'm literally just descending into a massive hole.
Yes.
This doesn't seem safe at all.
Terrifying.
Whee!
Nice.
That took 11 minutes.
Jeez. Could have been longer if it wasn't for that giant jump you did.
Yeah, true. Oh boy, that was good. This game's good. This game's good. I definitely recommend it to anyone. And it came out this year. Well, no, it came out last year. That's right.
Well, last year, typically.
I keep doing it 2023.
Yes.
It came out last year, but like late last year, and it also got new DLC in like November. So hey, I definitely recommend it to anyone that's looking to buy a new game.
Nice.
Also, I'm pretty sure it's really cheap. It's like what, $30, maybe $20.
Maybe.
Anyways, I'm gonna get a bunch of powers real quick, and then we'll just call it.
Yep, call it a stream.
Call it a stream. Oh, I gotta save it to get overcharged because that one looks. Oh yeah, that's right. Overcharge isn't really that good.
Yeah, it looks cool, but it isn't good.
Again, I've said before, the only one I really use is multi-shot. Even though radar is insane.
Yep.
Healing is pretty good. I probably could have used healing in that fight from before, but I didn't. Other than that, I guess. Oh yeah, Cloud Shot lets you essentially get like an extra jump.
Nice.
Yeah, it's all got each one's got its unique ability.
Mm-hmm.
And then yeah, this is literally just Chaos Blast.
Yep. There's Hyper Surge. Original concept: do not steal.
Oh yeah, this one's essentially speed up.
Yep. Boost.
It's great for speedrunners.
It's probably better than the boost in Frontiers.
I mean, yeah, because it's all momentum based.
Yeah.
You know what's the funny thing I found out about Frontiers? Leveling up Sonic's speed does not actually really change anything until you get to level 99.
Oh, of course it does.
And you know what's the worst part about that?
It takes forever.
It takes. I did the math. It would take you exactly 1/2 hour to fully upgrade him.
I like that the freaking red and blue things can do the shield and the power up genuinely individual, like both at once. But it's like, why couldn't the freaking other hermit do that? There's something better fixed in the DLC, or if they make a sequel.
I think I understand why. It's because you have. Okay, so what I understand is, you have to, because the other hermit, it will. I can't remember exactly why, but I had it in my head. I forgot it, but I know there's a legitimate reason behind why you can't do that. Oh yeah, that's right. Because the other Coco guy, he will just take them all at once, and you don't get to pick which one you get because it's based on which one you collected.
Yeah.
Whereas with the other Coco, it's all the same thing, so you have to choose which one you're going to put all the points into, even though nobody ever puts it in rings because the ring stat sucks.
Yeah.
It's like putting all your points into HP and Genshin Impact.
I've still yet to see the point of what the shield does, because I swear I'm still good at losing all my rings regardless.
Okay, so shield will actually reduce the number of rings you lose when you get hit.
I've yet to see proof of this, but whatever.
I've actually seen it happen, because I've seen it if you go up against the night boss, and you have if you don't have full health, or no, full defense, if you don't have maxed out defense, you'll lose all your rings. But if he hits you while you have 99 defense, and I'm not sure what the other ones in between are, but if he hits you when you have 99, you only lose, I think it was 180 rings.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah. So, yeah, there is definitely a difference.
I can tell.
Yep. But anyways, I think that's a place to call it a stream. This is Ace.
Jim.
And you're all late.
And we
Signing off.